So ordinarily when I make these videos, I stick you guys up on my mirror, my rear view mirror, and it points this way toward me. I went to stick it up there, my phone, because I use my phone, and the mirror fell off. So now I have to super glue that little metal plate back onto my windshield and repair it. Now you're sitting on the dash and behind the steering wheel, kind of up a little bit. I have you on 3 DVD cases so you don't see the steering wheel. Anyway, I'm sitting outside at the thrift shop waiting for them to open. I haven't posted in a while. I'm going to give you some excuses, okay? I was snowed up on the mountain and I got a little stir crazy. When I get stir crazy, that means kind of like I get down a little bit because I want to go and do something, because I'm a person that likes to go out and do things all the time, and I like to make videos in my CamperVan. So yeah, that kind of cramped my style. But it's been now 2 or 3 days since I've come down the mountain. But I also started writing a new book, and a lot of my attention has been focused on that. Sorry about this sun. It's like washing out my shoulder. It's just the nature of the beast. This is where I am. I've written 2 chapters, and I'm starting the 3rd chapter. I'm very excited about it. And this automatic is going in and out. And as you see, that didn't work too good, putting you guys up on the DVD cases. Now I'm holding you. Anyway, I have no big plans today other than I'm going to write a little bit. I'm going to go to the thrift shop, and that's about it. I was going to talk a little bit. It was on my mind. I never script these videos. If you've watched my videos, obviously that's a fact. I don't script anything. I may have an idea what I want to talk about. Sometimes I don't even that. Sometimes I just start talking as if 2 friends met at a coffee shop and we just start chatting. Other times I may have an idea of a subject, but I don't ever map it out. I don't ever have a script like a lot of YouTubers. I just go for it. But one thing that's been on my mind really heavily lately is people who, not that they just procrastinate, but they have things in their head, maybe unfinished things. Like say, even if you're older, sometimes you throw in the towel, and you don't even have to be that old. You can be in your 40s or 50s, but you sort of like get in this rut. You get in this cycle in your life that it's just the same old every day. And you kind of shove your dreams that you had, for many years, your youth, into the past, put them in the back seat, and you kind of forget about them and let the years roll by. And yeah, I would encourage you not to do that. It's never too late to try to do new things. I don't know. I mean, people say sometimes, I've heard it say that you're never too old to realize your dreams and things like that. And that's not always true. Because when I was younger, I thought I was going to be a professional baseball player. And that is, I had scouts watching me, following me. I was a pitcher, did very well, but then I hurt my arm. But see, I don't have that dream anymore. But what if I did? Well, at my age, certainly, that's a dream that I'm not going to be able to accomplish. So there are some dreams that are no longer within your reach if there's certain like stipulations or things that you would have to meet, criteria. So, but by and large, don't allow yourself to get into a rut. There are so many things that I want to do at my age, because I'm older now. But even at my age, I would love to start and open a new coffee shop. I've talked about that in prior videos. I'd love to do that. I'll be right back with you. I'm going inside. I'm back. I didn't spend much time in there today, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I got a neat stopper. It's like a heavy metal horsehead stopper. It was only $3. I looked it up, and some of them were $25 to $30 on eBay. And then I got, for $4.50, I got this Emily Lee planner, and it hasn't been used. It has pages in it and everything. It's a really nice planner. Now they're selling for $25 to $35, something like that. But my wife might want this, so I'm gonna see if she wants it first. And I'm gonna have trouble with this video because, like I said, my mirror fell down. I don't have my usual place to put my phone. And I got a little bag of toys, plush. I don't know. You can see them. The sun's kind of crazy. It's 75 cents, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to. Okay, this is not gonna work. Anyway, I'm gonna go to my favorite spot and get coffee. The one that there's a convenience store, and I sit outside. So this is where I'm sitting. You may recognize this spot if you've seen any of my prior videos. I sit here quite often, and that defunct Burger King right there, that's going to turn into a noodle shop, kind of like a fusion noodle shop, whatever that means. But anyway, this is where I'm at. Got my coffee, got my banana. I almost got a donut, but I was strong-willed enough to say no today, though I really wanted one. Oh, that's hot. It's always hot here. I love the coffee here. Oh, but getting back to what I was talking about before I went into the thrift shop, I don't think a person should ever think like, well, there's no obstacles. Whether you're lacking money, if you think you're getting a little too old, you think you're in the wrong place, living in the wrong city to pursue a certain dream. I don't know, just don't give up on your dreams. Unless it was one I stated earlier where it's really not feasible anymore. But, life is, it's a ride, and it can take you on a roller coaster ride if you're not careful. Can you imagine like a roller coaster? I mean, there's going to be ups and downs regardless. But getting on a roller coaster and not really knowing its destination. When we get on a roller coaster, you want to know it's going to deliver you back to your starting point, and you're going to be safe, right? Pretty much. Would you get on a roller coaster that it had a lot of different potentialities? It could come to an end and throw you into a ocean of sharks, hungry sharks, or it could go through and stop you in a raging fire and just burn you up. Or it could take you to this ice cream shop where you could eat all the ice cream you wanted for free and pizza. That's what I'm just saying. It's a roller coaster, but you want to be able to control that roller coaster ride as much as you can. How can you do that? If you're young and you have dreams, of course you can learn skills. You can go to college or like a vocational center and learn trades. You can plan it. It's always good to write your plans down, like your goals. Write them down and then try to formulate steps to get to the next level until you reach your final destination. And you can do that when you're older too. But I'm just saying that when you're younger, you have all the time in the world, it seems like. Of course, life could be cut short, and I'm not talking about those instances. I'm just saying in general, you have your whole life ahead of you. When you're older, you may feel like, I don't have as much time, and you feel this. I felt that before. I may even feel it now a little bit about, say, my coffee shop, art gallery that I would love to do one day. And I do. I feel like, well, each day that ticks by, I'm getting older. When you're older, you may feel a little bit more pressure that it needs to happen quicker. And I can get that because I'm older. But I don't know, you still have to maintain this this level of drive inside of you that keeps propelling you to the next day in a positive way, looking forward to the next day, and don't allow yourself to get into a situation, if you're young or old, where, man, I dread tomorrow, and every day's the same. I dread tomorrow. I hate my job. I hate doing this. I hate doing that. I hate this town. I hate this, city, this whole place that I live in. I hate it. I hate my house. If you're in that situation, start writing down those steps and how you can get out of that situation. You have to take those steps. I mean, it's so important. I don't know. I don't want to preach or anything today. That's not really was my goal. I just started thinking about, I guess because I'm getting older, and I know my time here on earth is getting shorter, obviously. I mean, I've got all those years behind me now, many, many decades behind me. I guess I look at my kids. They're still young, and I'm trying to instill in them, you have to have a vision, you have to have a plan, you have to take steps to get there, and don't waste the time that you have that the Lord gives you. And I'm trying to teach them meaningful things in life. But that said, the big takeaway from all this is we're raising them in church now. For the first few years of their life, they didn't have that. That's made a difference in all of our lives. I've said it before, but my wife was standing in the kitchen, I believe, and the Lord spoke to her and said, take your family to church on December 17th to a specific church. And I'm not going to get into the details. I've done that in prior videos. Long story short, we went to the church. I had a bad experience at another church many years ago and said I'd never go back to church. And I won't get into that either. But anyway, I fell in love with this church, the congregation, the people, the pastors. They're all wonderful people. And I can't imagine life without the church now. Totally a beautiful experience, and it's fulfilled me. And I feel like we are raising our kids like we should, in the word of the Lord. But getting back to just life and goals, yeah. Especially if you're old. I mean, if you're older and you have something, and even if you don't have something, find something. Sit down and decide what would make me happy at this point in my life. Helping others, volunteering my time to help others, maybe just getting out and being around people socially. I don't know. A greeter at Walmart. You may have already done everything you want to in your life. I know I'm going all over today in this conversation, but like I said, I don't plan these things. But I feel there's a lot of people out there, well, I know there is. They're struggling. They're struggling financially. They're struggling with their identity. They're struggling with so many things. And that's when you have to sit down and take stock in yourself. Write down your attributes, your shortcomings, and from that, formulate a plan. You don't have to be miserable. My mom used to tell me, every day when you get up, say, this is the day the Lord hath made. Be glad and rejoice in it. It's a special day every day because you woke up, you're alive. God has given you the gift of another day. and you should treat it as such, a gift. If you're not happy, take the steps to get happy. And of course, I would encourage you to turn off all radio stations but Christian music. I would read the Bible every day, and I would ask the Lord for guidance. From a Christian, I would be negligent if I didn't at least tell you that. If you're not a Christian, that's fine. No one's condemning you. But I would encourage you to pick up the Bible and see what you're missing. Because the Bible is the blueprint of life. It has all the answers. Seriously, it does. All the answers to life is right there in the Bible. And do you know how many people have set out to disprove Christianity in the Bible? They were adamant to disprove it. That to prove to everybody that it's just a fake doctrine. It's a bunch of mythology. And those people are now Christians. So many of them are Christians now. Because you can't disprove the Bible. It is the truth. You can't do it. Many very well-known people have become Christians because they wanted to disprove the Bible, and they couldn't. So, anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee today. I'm sitting here contemplating what I want to just do today. But like I said before, I started a new book. That's where I get a lot of my, or I should say, put a lot of my motivation and my drive into, is being creative. I painted a painting, and I started it one day, like maybe a half hour on it, and then the next day in about 2 hours, I finished it. I don't think it was quite 2 hours. And it's already for sale on a certain website for not much, $175, but that's still a good hourly wage once I sell it. And some of my paintings, and it's a small painting, some of my larger paintings are $2,000-$3,000. But I love to paint, I love to write, I have a lot of passion for creativity. So I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I want good for you. I really do. So God bless you. God is good. And as I've said before, read the 91st Psalm, the 23rd Psalm, and the Lord's Prayer every day. Try to do that because it helps you so much. And if you think that it doesn't or it won't, just give it a try. What's it going to hurt? Don't tell anybody that you're doing it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.